in the second bracket, or the second round of top 32. But we've seen probably enough character variety to mix up half of the roster.
I feel like we've seen at least half the characters so far.
Which is a little crazy considering where we're at in the tournament. And it's kind of telling because last year at KI Cup, I felt like we saw almost every single character within top 32, which was really impressive. Top 8, we're going to start boiling down later tonight. So if you guys are looking forward to that, I'm thinking we're anticipating top 8 starting around 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock our time here in San Antonio. So we'll see when that actually happens, and that'll be taking place throughout the whole day. We're gonna be rounding down top 32 all the way to top 8.
Yeah, and this is the bottom half of that bracket that we've been talking about, right? So we already finished that first top section. This is the second section, right? So we have a few of these matches coming up. Some more international players going to be playing in this bracket, and it's going to be a really good couple of matches coming up so far. We have seen 19 of the killer characters in Killer Instinct so far.
Wow.
For reference.
That's crazy.
And I was going to tell you guys to go check out Keats' Twitter, as I'm sure he would have posted it on there.
I'm sure he would have. They have the exact statistics.
Keats moseyed on over and handed me the official statistics himself. Said, yeah, 19
He's
characters.
like 19 characters and 36 colors have been chosen.
36 colors, 15
2
outfits.
ultimates and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah. And 1 partridge in a pear tree. And that's how it's been so far. It's been really cool to see so much character variety. I feel like there's only, there's what, like 25, 26 characters in the game, something like that? Like mid-20s. And we've seen 19 of them, and we're not even through the first round of matches. We're not even through the first round of this top 32. And I know there's a lot of these characters up left are still on people's lists, right? They're still, Sleep, you can see him play 3 to 4 more characters, and all those characters haven't been even shown off yet.
And
so.
there is some players in top 32 that could potentially fill out the slots of others that I wouldn't anticipate seeing, like a potential Rash, a potential Kim, a potential Orchid. Like, they all can happen.
And
but
those are like super common characters.
They are, yeah. And we haven't seen them yet. LeChatNoir going up against Waterhorses right now, and Waterhorses is absolutely one of my favorite Glacius players.
Oh, for sure.
It is just a delight to see things go in his favor because it is a ballet of icy death.
Yes, that is definitely true. He really exploded onto the scene last year at Killer Instinct Cup. That was where he had the big break.
And for like live tournaments, because he's like, you see him online all the time. Like these guys, because of Killer Instinct's really good netcode, and shout out to the guys that have made Killer Instinct have some of the best online play in fighting games ever.
Yeah.
These people have amazing character knowledge and matchups because they have been playing Killer Instinct online as a resource for the past like 3 years pretty much. And it runs as good as offline for the most part.
Yeah, imagine a world where West Coast and East Coast players can play each other every single day. You can play from West Coast US to Japan.
I played a dude in Dubai.
Yeah.
And it ran pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it was honestly, it was a little stuttery, but it was Dubai to SoCal.
Yes.
And that was it ran better than 90% of other fighting games online.
Oh, 100%.
Blew my mind.
Yeah, I've played with players from Japan, France, other places in Europe, and the connection's always been like good. It's definitely super playable. In the U.S., it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere else in the U.S., it's super good. But even overseas, the connections are good, which is crazy to think about. Like the fact that you can play with anybody.
One reason to constantly go back to KI. You never have to worry about the netcode being iffy. So here we go.
Yeah, this is another one of those international matches we mentioned. LeChatNoir from France. And going to be playing Zako, which is going to be really good to see. Waterhorses, in the meantime, we mentioned kind of exploded onto the scene last year at KI Cup. Made it through the last chance qualifier and then ended up making top 8 at Killer Instinct Cup right after.
Yeah.
So it was really impressive run to go right from there and kind of just explode and show everybody, look, I'm offline. I can compete with everybody. Check out how sick my Glacius is.
Wow, Waterhorses with that huge committing full screen cold shoulder into heavy puddle punch. I know it's gonna work.
It's just gonna work, and that's the thing. If you know that you want to throw out something like that reversal and then you cancel it directly into this shadow hail to keep yourself safe-ish, it's a really good option from Waterhorses. And he does like to bring that out and spend a lot of his meter on that so he can take the risk. And then that gets you scared, and then Glacius gets to play his game.
A lot of spacing right now. Waterhorse is actually playing this fairly patient at the moment, just preventing LeChatNoir from crossing the center of the screen. And if he is approaching, there's always kind of hail right behind him.
Yeah, it's genius. That's the way you have to play Glacius. You have to have that constant coverage, right? Reset.
I think LeChatNoir is kind of stuck right now. He's been almost a little too afraid to approach in some situations, and Waterhorse is just catching him looking. Like he's just close range, in grab range completely, and he's just doing light shatter.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like a lot of that was like perfect spacing on a lot of the hail, right? The hail set up, and he's doing zoning, and then all of a sudden, boom, surprise shoulder.
Yep.
And if you're not prepared, right, you just get clipped, and it's super hard to deal with. And so I feel like there has to be more movement and less, like I feel like that's a deer in headlights, right? When the hail is coming out, you got to get around it. You got to dash up, command throw. You got to do something to get in and around.
Getting hit by the hail is honestly get better than getting hit by a shatter right underneath your feet that can lead to 40%.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you really don't want to eat all that damage instead. Now tackling forward. Oh,
found his way in. This is going to lead to a command grab. I think he gets a follow-up here as well. Nope. Just didn't have enough wrath.
Yeah, he'll have the mix-up here, and he gets it. So now a lead, but the breaker. Big for Waterhorses. Okay. Almost a punish, and then there it is again, the big puddle.
Such a big move, and that's so unsafe, but it landed.
Yeah, it's a scary thing to have to deal with. The hail coverage at all times, and you know, really, Hisako's strengths as a character don't lend well to being zoned out and dealing with projectiles, right? Those are not the things you want to deal with. Cross up off the hail setup.
Another one, probably going to go for an empty jump short.
Oh,
wow! Even the uppercut was safe because of the ice ball. That's crazy. Good stuff to Waterhorses taking the first round.
That is the coverage you need as a Glacius player. The presence of mind to constantly have hail out and just be prepared. Right? Very smart.
Trying to catch her on the dash. Hisako's dash probably the fastest one in the game, though.
It's very fast. Covers a lot of distance. She's very low to the ground. Frame trap with the heavy puddle right into the hail.
I think getting hit by heavy puddle punch like over and over is really getting to LeChatNoir, because even Waterhorses is doing it without meter in the back to use shadow hail to make it safe. So he sees this big unsafe move that is constantly landing, and I would be getting upset too.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like you're like, there's no way that this could be happening.
Yeah, like there's no way he's gonna go for it again and again
and again, and it just keeps working. So it's a dangerous spot to be. Nice jump out of the shatter, but I feel like there's not enough forward movement here. Oh, caught, scary.
Oh, set up two of them.
Yeah, got a little greedy by putting out that second hail. Big chance. Reset.
A big part of this matchup is that Waterhorse might have the familiarity here just to shut down all of the resources that Hisako has to get in, and it's just making it feel hopeless, which is a huge aspect of Killer Instinct, is demotivating your opposition to not doing the things that are effective.
Man, if he can make that hail connect, oh, the cross-up plus the hail there to cover. Very smart from Waterhorses. Stay patient enough to let that hail come out, and that was a really good option. And you have to have that kind of, you know, spatial and recognition of like your traps and keeping your hail just constantly ready. Good work from Waterhorses.
Let's see how LeChatNoir responds. Is he going to stick with Hisako throughout this match? Because it hasn't been going exactly in his favor thus far. It could be that Waterhorses is just very versed in the matchup, or it's just something that has to be changed. Taking his time.
Yeah, and it's not always easy to traverse past this, right? Oh, this is a punish on the throw, because, you know, her strengths are the counters against physical-based attacks, right? Which Glacius, he's not doing a lot of that. A lot of it is hail, which is a projectile, and stuff like that. So it's really kind of a dangerous spot. This is a punish opportunity.
Oh,
doesn't
wow,
get it.
it's not. Okay, so here we go. LeChatNoir just needs to take advantage of that.
Now has the wall splat. An immediate command throw follow-up. Let's see what the mix-up is. Does not get through the hail, but just blocks it out. And now LeChatNoir has that big lead. Oh,
great catch.
Sick. The counter on the other side.
Heavy break from Waterhorses, trying to bring it back. Still has instinct.
Just the jump out. And you know Waterhorses was like, all right, that was pretty good. Another counter. Manual the area.
There we go. There's that stutter combo that Hisako has, trying to catch you pressing the button.
Yeah, it's very good. Back throw. This is big. Glacius corner game.
Glacius with the corner is scary as hell.
This is one of the best corner games in the entire game. He's in a bad spot.
That looks
Heavy
so cool.
Manual. Two out again. This time the throw and
nice.
The escape.
We've seen that wall jump used a couple of times from different Hisakos as a very clutch get out of their tool.
Okay, no breaker on the medium doubles or the medium linker. Roundhouse. Oh, that was a sick.
That was really late.
Yeah, it was a nice little tick throw off.
Where's the follow-up going to be? Going for heavy puddle punch again. Waterhorses doesn't cancel it into Shadow Hail.
And a breaker on the medium linker. Waterhorse is still not out of this, but
LeChatNoir, I don't think has actually completed a combo yet in this game. Every single time he keeps going for longer combos, and Waterhorses is breaking him.
yeah, his break percentage is so high. Oh, he can get through. Oh,
that was crazy looking.
That was super smart. Whip canceling into the descent. That was really good.
Both players are instinct. They're kind of spending it in neutral right now. A little bit of damage from Waterhorses, just trying to take the life bar. Uses the shadow. Oh my god, that was really smart.
That was so good.
Incredible game from LeChatNoir. Uses the shadow move that actually has projectile invincibility.
So good. And so he had the counter and then was like, oh, there's a hail coming my way. Well, good thing I have this shadow move queued up and ready to go. And Waterhorses was like,
That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. All right, here we go. Let's see how this can change, because that was a supreme victory in LeChatNoir's favor, and the previous 2 matches were supreme victories in Waterhorse's favor.
Yeah, snipage out of the air and a little bit more hail and a little bit more buttons from Waterhorses already. And that's a good call. Yeah, the instant overheads have all been very consistently landing, so I think that he should continue to go for that option.
Nice. Gets the counter hit. Is it going to be a long combo or a short one? Short one into wall bounce. And he gets a setup after this. However, Waterhorses can do wake up puddle punch into hail.
Yeah, and that's what he goes for. Instant overhead and gets the combo off of it. Heavy linker's not broken.
Big damage from Glacius and a setup.
Other side, and he was already committed to the puddle, but counter was a little early. Punish opportunity now.
Big lockout. Got all hits as well. Going for damage ender? Yep.
Yeah, no break was available.
Wow, what happened? What?
He waited so long.
Looked into his eyes, I'm gonna do it.
He was like sitting there and he was like, now. And he just like did it so long. Like, you have to hit a button there, right? It's like one of those things you just feel it.
Okay, we're tied up going into this round. LeChatNoir is down by 1 game still, and this is currently the winning round for Waterhorses to continue.
Instant
that
overhead.
was ridiculous looking. Instant overhead into hail catch and to continue the combo.
Oh, the hail's gonna pick it up. Shoulder behind it. Corner game now. Oh, tried to puddle.
once again gets out using the wall bounce. I'm sorry, using the edge of the stage.
Yeah, the wall jump. That was smart from Hisako. Caught with a couple of hail, and man, his shoulders to catch forward movement have been so impressive. Oh, dropped the combo. Oh, shadow counter.
There's shadow counter.
Picks up the combo. Medium doubles are broken.
Yep, that was a definite opportunity for a counter breaker.
Hail out now. And you see how defensive still LeChatNoir.
Oh, that might be it.
Genius read.
Good stuff to Waterhorses. Actually caught the dash forward, and he went right into the medium. That was good.
You saw how smart the read was too. Like, so he sat there and he he jumped back and then did a medium shatter and was like, yeah, you're gonna move
right
into this position. So Hisako dashed forward and then got clipped right at the end.
You knew the dash range of Hisako and when he was gonna do it, and just like walked right into it.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Waterhorses. Those setups were ridiculous, man.
That is like the expert level zoning, right? It's when it's not always hitting. It's not hitting where your opponent is. It's hitting where your opponent will be.
Well, they will be.
Yeah, and then so like, you know, when you just dash right into that range, that's really impressive.
Well, that's like the most effective thing about zoning is when you're trying to go up against zoning and then you find an opportunity, and when your opportunity is there is a fireball that hits you, like or an ice ball or something that prevents you from doing it. But usually like zoning is frustrating because it makes you feel helpless.
Yeah.
And the idea is that
makes you want to move.
It makes you want to move. And usually just being patient, like if you didn't jump, that would have been a huge opportunity for you.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, chances are, if you feel like, oh, I finally have an opportunity to dash here, it's because they want you to think you have an opportunity to dash, and then they've set you up kind of like 3 steps ahead, like, yeah, I'm going to give him a little space here, and when he dashes forward, punish.
That's the nature of KI zoning, which is a lot different than other games where it's making you feel like you have an opportunity, but hey, I got backup hail right here.
Yes.
You know, now you have to consider that.
Coverage.
Which is why so many shadow moves in this game have projectile and vulnerability.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of projectiles on screen from some characters at sometimes, and you need a way to get around that. And if you just block in KI, you get a lot of meter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like if you block a full string of attacks, you're going to have close to a shadow bar to get out of there.
Yeah, and that gives you the projectile invincible shadow moves or even shadow counter and stuff like that. So you have defensive tools that you build by blocking.
Exactly.
So blocking is rewarded. But you're also building that meter while you're on offense, so it's one of those things that it kind of feeds back into each other.
It is the nature of KI. You're going to get opened up. Like this game, you're going to get hit at some point. You have combo breakers, you have shadow counters, you have a lot of resources to deal with it, but man, just don't guess wrong.
Yeah.
Don't